Thank you. See you. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks, Moto Sapien Akasham.
ಆಕಾಶವಾಣಿ ಮಂಗಳ
Thank you, Raikle. Thank you, Akshit Bhai. And thank you, Danya. Waggiwadik Jauka. So, thank you so much, guys, for coming all the way till Maravante. So, it's time to leave from Maravante. I don't know what's the time. We are around scheduling IST 8 o'clock, 8:30.
ಎಸ್ 8:30
Okay.
8:27
8:27. Perfect. So, time to leave from here. Thank you so much, guys.
moral support sponsored by
Moral support sponsored by Valley Riders.
along with some police.
Team Valley Riders. Yes. Yes, thank you. So, off to our next destination now. Thank you, thank you. So, oh wow, this is what I ride for. I mean, I can't ask more than this. This bonding, this friendship, this brotherhood, no money can buy. I think that comes only when you share a common interest, which is biking, and the kind of brotherhood that comes along with this is, unexplainable. So I'm so happy that this ride has started with such a positive note, and also with such positive people around me who have come all the way from Vitla to join me till Maravante, do this ride, give me moral support, which I needed very much, and kind of help me to reclaim myself. I mean, the whole idea of this ride is to reclaim myself, and wow, I'm feeling blessed. I'm seriously feeling blessed for the kind of family I have, right from my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law, my aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody, my wife, my kid, and for the kind of friend circle and biker brotherhood that I have around me. I seriously feel I'm blessed. So on that positive note, I continue my ride, and now probably I'll have to stop near Bhatkal or so to buy a memory card, because this memory card is just gonna run short very soon. So now just want to tell you one thing, and you can also share your experience. An habit which has been around for the last 20, 22, 24 years of riding, that is by default when you honk, you press the bottom bit. So that's default. I mean, for all the motorcycle that you have the honk on the bottom and then the indicator in the middle. But with this motorcycle, the indicator is on the bottom and the honk is on the center. So I've done now more than 100 odd kilometers on the motorcycle, and I'm still not able to come around it, because I think the 22 plus or 24 years of habit or the riding ability, and trying to go honk here, changing to here in the center is difficult. What do you think? Tell me or share one of those habits of yours, no matter what, you can't change. Or if you have a motorcycle and you had similar thing and you found it a little difficult to work around it. So I'm still trying hard and trying to figure out how do I change or go honk. So every time I want to honk, I keep pressing the indicator button on this motorcycle, and then I figure out, oh, it's an indicator, and then I have to go honk. So you tell me, share your experience. If you had something like this, have you come across such situation? Or if you bought a Honda Highness, or even if you have a Yamaha MT has a similar thing. They have the indicator on the bottom and the horn on the top, similar on this. So please share your thought. What do you think? Comment below and tell me if you've come across this issue. So this is something I wanted to share. So tell me, what do you think? Would you find it easy or difficult to switch between honk and the horn button versus the indicator button? For me, it's getting really kind of difficult to switch between those two. Yeah, officially I'm entering Bhatkal. So I'll have to stop in one of these mobile shops in and around this place and look at picking up a memory card. Didn't even realize that I reached Bhatkal so soon. I mean, the best part is the weather. The weather conditions are extremely good, so that makes your ride much more comfortable and easy. But I don't think anything will be open now because it's hardly 8:50, and I'm not sure if I can find a memory card in this location. Ideally, I would want to pick something here itself. Like I mentioned, it hardly shows about another 15-20 minutes of recording left. So let's come back when we find a mobile shop here. I think it's too early in the morning in Bhatkal to get a memory card, so I don't see any mobile shops open yet. So trying to figure out if I can get at least one mobile shop because it's not even 9 o'clock yet. No luck at all. So let's try to figure out, go to the next location, maybe Gokarna. So just crossed Shirali now. So after you enter Bhatkal, and then from there to Shirali, in between the roads are single lane, and then it goes back to the 4-lane roads. So there's a small bit of a patch which is a single lane, that is from Bhatkal to Shirali, and then not too long before you join the highway again back to the 4-lane. Coming back to my long ride, I think my a long ride, the last long ride which I did was I think it was northeast ride, so ride to Tawang. This was 2019, and then Corona struck the world, and everything slowed down. 2 years everybody were locked down inside their house. Everybody were just kind of sitting at home and doing nothing, or kind of most of the people who were doing work from home were cribbing the fact that they're getting work from home and doing additional work. Or a lot of people might have been happy also. I don't know, I can't comment on somebody else's thing. But then yes, definitely in my case I wasn't too happy for work from home. I prefer to go to the office, meet people and work. But then invariably lockdown has made everybody sit back and work. Yeah, nonetheless, that has been a new normal to most of the people, if not for everyone. It says 9 in the clock, and we've reached Murdeshwar. So if you take a left here, inside is the Murdeshwar temple, and you can see the huge Shiva statue there. Hopefully we can get a view from here, not too sure. Let's see if I can show you a view of a huge Shiva statue at Murdeshwar. Not able to show that. Yeah, so yeah, we've just crossed Murdeshwar now and heading towards Honavar. So Honavar is about another 25-26 kilometers. Again, the roads through and throughout is a fantastic roads. I mean, no complaint when it comes to roads. Very, very nice 4-lane roads. Only here and there patches, or when you enter small cities, it's just single lane, that is again for 500-600 meters, and then you again have the 4-lane. So that way the stretch till I go to Honavar, I know that's 24 kilometers. Okay, till Honavar the roads are good. Even up till Gokarna roads are extremely good. I'm not aware the road from there taking the deviation towards Hubli, Belgaum and all of it, so not too sure about the roads there. But till Gokarna, that is from Mangalore to Gokarna, the roads are sweet, very nice, very good roads. So we are heading towards Honavar. The roads are, I must say, fantastic. Good bit of curving, leaning, bending and everything. And I must say, this motorcycle is handling these roads so well. I'm just enjoying every curve, leaning it down, or just going. It's so nice. And then we are about another 55-58 kilometers away from Gokarna. So from Gokarna we'll take a deviation, but then look at this motorcycle when we look into this curve, it's so good. It's so satisfying when you kind of take the turn in the same speed. just lean into the curve and rest. The motorcycle takes care of it. And also this motorcycle comes with dual channel ABS, so you are assured that the security or the safety is taken care. And the sun is coming up, so I want to cover as many kilometers as possible before it peaks up in this most pleasant weather conditions. So we are clocking around 9:20 now, and we are I think not too away from Honavar now, couple of kilometers towards Honavar. And from there, Gokarna, look at this curve. Now you just lean into this curve, just enjoy, and just it's something that I wanted to do a long time. And the property which just passed by was the same place where we stayed last time when I'd come with family for a 1 hour trip. So go forward, there's a U-turn. If you take, there's this boardwalk. Oh my god, a must visit place for everybody. I'm gonna put a link in the description. If you haven't come, you need to go visit that. I'll try to get some footages from my previous visit and put that footage after this. It's a nice, beautiful place. You have to go visit that place. And also to your left, there's Eco Beach, which is a blue flag beach announced by government. So it's very nice. So this is the place. So you go inside here. That's the Kasaragod bit. So you go inside. You have boardwalk. Must visit no matter what. Do not miss that place. And then before this, there's another place called Apsarakonda Falls. So that's just 2 kilometers before Kasaragod. You need to visit that place also. I'll try to share some videos of that also from my previous visit. After I finish talking, I'll try to share some of those images or videos as well. So that's another place that you should not miss at all. You should visit if you come to Honavar. So in fact, there are a couple of places you can visit if you come to Honavar. And now look at this bridge. Like I told, one of the many bridges that again you come across when you travel up till Gokarna. What a lovely scene. Look at that beautiful scenery. You can see a bit of clouds there. Nice mountain ranges. And this is quite a long bridge. And what you also can do is when you're staying in Honavar or just before Honavar, you have a boat ride here that they organize. That will be organized by the place where you stay. You can just tell them that you need to go to the boat ride. You should not miss that either. So that's another fantastic boat ride. Again, after I finish talking, I will put some footages of that as well from my last visit. And he takes you through some mangroves and all of it. Beautiful place. I mean, you can spend easy 2 days and still say that wasn't enough, and enjoy every bit of it. So last time when we came, I think it was a Paisa Vasool travel that we did when we came to 1 hour. Beautiful stay. We stayed at a place called Mayuri Resort, beach resort. good place. They charge about 2,500, I believe, 2,500 or 2,000 rupees per room, and you can stay there. And if you wish to come and eat some good non-veg food, you can come to this place also, Remanias. So they serve some good non-veg food. Yeah, so if you're planning to go for a weekend getaway kind of a thing, a day or two, you should consider coming to Honavar. There's a lot of stuff that you can do, and after seeing all the videos that I've now shared, I'm sure you'll love and you would want to come and pay a visit. Next stop now is going to be Gokarna. So we touched Honavar by 9:27. So I'm trying to maintain a decent speed, 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, around that itself. Crossed Kumta a couple of minutes back, or probably 15-20 minutes ago, and now towards Gokarna. So I will not be exactly going to Gokarna. Another 2 kilometers from here, I need to take a deviation to Yellapur to head towards Kolhapur. So going forward, I'll have to take a deviation. Am I right? Yes. Yes, correct. So this looks like a guard section now. Starting my journey from Yellapur now. So from the looks of it, it looks like this is a guard section, and the roads are not that great, at least from what I see currently. Okay, let's see how it goes. And what I did was finally I swapped the memory card from my another GoPro, and here we go. So this is a single lane from here, and yeah, looks like a ghat section, not too sure. The scenery around is very, very beautiful. This is an unknown territory, new roads for me, not known. So I'm just gonna go slow and first understand the region, the locality, and yeah, this kind of road also would not encourage me to throttle the way I've been doing on the highways. Hope I reach the highway very soon, or kind of get a good road. I don't know if this is a bypass or something like that, and takes me to the highway, not too sure. But this is definitely inside roads. So yeah, so it says 70 kilometers from here I need to take a deviation, which will lead me to Mirjan. So let's continue this road and explore. Meanwhile, I want to talk about these gloves from Solace. I can't quite exactly remember the name of this model. I think it's STR Outlaw or SRT Outlaw, something like that. It's a new model which was released by them couple of months back during the lockdown, or just after the first lockdown, I believe. That is when they had launched this particular gloves. Very nice gloves. So it's a full gauntlet gloves, and it's got good knuckle protection. So you have TPU. It's got a good liner inside, and even when you look at the palm, it's got a good TPU on the palm as well, and good grip. So when you're holding on to your accelerator and your handlebar, it gives you a good grip. And mind it, I'm using this for the second time, and has no issues at all. I mean, it didn't even take any time to get used to my hand, or to kind of crack it. So normally when you buy any leather product or any new gloves, You need to ride couple of kilometers on those gloves for you to get settled in. But with this, it didn't take any time at all. The minute I started using it, I could straight away use it without any issue. So that way it's a very good glove. So, and also this has a good just let me clear this out. Wrist protection also, if you look at it, so there's a good protection given onto the wrist also. That's again a TPU. So they've got all the impact areas covered with protection. So your knuckles, your wrist, and also your palm, everywhere they've given a good amount of protection. And the stitch quality is absolutely fantastic, very good stitch quality. The color combination is great. I like the red, black and white combination, looks very nice. This road, very nice. And it's a full gauntlet, especially on a long ride. I prefer a full gauntlet gloves, so it serves the purpose, does not allow the air to come in through the jacket. It covers the jacket on the top and also gives you the protection for your wrist up till the top of the wrist. Comes with the double locking system, so you have one thin locking velcro lock, and then you have the bigger velcro lock, so that will lock on your wrist very well. So you can adjust the width and you can tighten it as per your requirement. So that way it's very good, and has also good perforation, or the leather can breathe very well. So it's also a very good soft leather, and the overall fit and finish of this gloves is, I mean, superb. So currently on this ride I'm using all my Gazer ride Soleil. So right from my shoes, pant, gloves, jacket, all of them are Soleils. The roads are absolutely horrifying here. I only wish that I clear of this roads very soon. Just took a small break at Elapur. So the roads are really bad. The last couple of kilometers that I've come, about 5-6 kilometers, very bad. So I just thought, let me take a break and appreciate the nature around. I'm so happy with the Rhinox Nomad saddlebag as well as the tank bag. Both are absolutely stunner. Look at the place around, it's so beautiful. I mean, I just can't stop watching around. So I'll continue this road. So there's another couple of kilometers, about 70 odd kilometers before I reach Mirja, and then from there to Kolhapur.